Can you talk a little bit about how, like, I mean, the earliest days of developing this and then how, kind of that journey to thus far in the current state of your guys' platform?
Yeah, the earliest days, it was very hard. So when we started our company and we started fundraising, it was the time when market was crashing. So it was very hard, but we could see the opportunity so clearly. Again, having built a lot of value at different places, you could see this is really what is going to be a big deal. And we were fortunate to raise the first 50,000, then next 100,000. And we started being very efficient. So my co-founder Shankar figured out how to do work on these things without even having a lab. Like he was able to find the right people through his network to sort of get some of these experiments done. And then we started doing things. Then we were able to get compete and get us position at Baker Labs, which was very hard. And the interesting story is we had to pitch to this whole panel, about 15 people. In a Zoom, you have about 15 people, serious faces, and you have about 12 minutes or so to pitch. And at that time, I was taking care of my son who was born a few months ago. Before these pitches, we are doing a lot of pitches, all of us. And before the pitch, I had sort of, my wife was sort of out during the time. Otherwise, she was helping a lot, taking care. And he was sleeping, and I was had made sure he was okay. But right when I started pitching, he started crying. So I had to pick him up during the pitch, and I started patting him and started pitching without losing the momentum. And I was told later that that was one of the reasons they got impressed, that I could pitch without losing track. That seems like a founder thing.
It sounds like it.
So we then got some space at Baker Lab, which is an amazing place, very resourceful. You can sort of rent out what you want, and very supportive staff. So it felt like we could get access to all the places. So it was extremely hard. We had to be resourceful, but exciting at the same time. You're always at the verge of something exciting or the verge of death, right? You're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
a few months away from something great or complete death. If you embrace the fact that you're going to die anyway, and then reduce that fear, then you're focusing on how can I minimize that risk. Imagine you're taking money from your parents' sort of retirement fund. So treat that preciously, spend it carefully. But how do you sort of make an impact? So it's a tight balance, but one that we have been learning to do. The initial days were very hard, and in some ways, it disciplined us quite a bit.
Absolutely.